Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday morning, the 11th, May 11th. Sorry, I totally lost track of the days. So let me know when you get on. I did not pull, it's a little bit dark over here because I forgot to open the shades over there. Is that the right side? That's not even the side that looks dark. Well, anyway, it might just be because I moved my camera a little bit. Let me know when you get on, and I'm going to refresh my screen here so that I can see comments. So, let me see here. Okay, we're all good. All right. So I have a couple things to show you. Hi, Marlene. I have a couple things to show you. I'm sort of doing, I feel like I'm doing a mismatch. I'm combining things today. Usually when I use a suite or a set of products, I sort of try to stick in that suite, or I don't know, I might add other things here and there, but I'm just totally switching things up. Hi, Marcia. I have a couple different designer papers that I'm showing, and I'm like using the opposite stamp set, or I don't know, something like that. Anyway, there was just a vision that I had for these things. So somebody asked me this morning if they missed my post about my kitchen. No, I haven't posted my before and after pics of my kitchen yet because it's not completely done. I don't know if the door's in. Nobody's called me, even though I followed up with them on Monday. One of the doors on the cabinets, part of it was broken, so they had to reorder. So I don't know where we're at on that yet. So I don't want to do, good morning, Terry. I don't want to do before and after pictures yet until I have like angles of the whole thing. So anyway, so I'm just going to wait on that. So no, you did not miss it. I don't know how soon it will be, but it's functioning. We're using it. I love it. It's amazing. Okay. So I have my randomizer all set up. So I'm going to do that. My randomizer is, oh, speaking of which, I'm going to go back a second. Speaking of which, good morning, Sherry. I finally got well, first of all, I found my cards. Did I tell you that last week? I found the cards. And I finally got them all in the mail. Todd took them to the mailbox today. So I got my my live winners in the mail today, and I got even my gifts from, for those of you who do online orders and use my host code, they're in the mail, finally. I was backed up to February I had to do gifts for. So, but they're gone. They're on the way. Enjoy. Okay, so the randomizer is I give away what I make on my lives here, and so if you share my video and then come back and tell me that you shared, then I enter you in the randomizer. So I'm starting it right now. Do I have I have a marker that will work. I'm starting it right now. Yay, Judy Cole won. Congratulations, Judy. She's my team member from Alaska. Oh, the chocolate, it was actually Dina Edwards chocolate. So it's still sitting here waiting for her. I typically see her every other month because she's in a club. Hi, Carrie. So yeah, I had to go back and relook at all of that. So sorry, Marcia and Marlene, it's not yours. All right, Judy Cole is my first winner. Pick another name. And here we go. Janet. Yay, Janet Bignall is my other winner. Congratulations. She is on her way. Well, she's probably there by now. She was heading north this weekend. Okay, so now I'm going back. All right, so quick question for you guys. I'm going to let you guys decide. Do you think I do a better job showing you designer papers when I'm up and holding it, or does it show up better when I have the camera down and like flat? What do you guys like better? I feel like up is awkward, but I sort of can tell what you're seeing because I'm peeking around. Do you have thoughts? Because I have two sets of them to show you. They're totally different from what we've used already, or what I've shown on camera anyway. It's actually the back of what we used last night at club. One of them is. So I'm going to go by the first two comments that I get. What do you want? You want me to show you up or show you down? It's amazing how long it takes for comments to show up from what I just said. I'm going to take a drink. Up. All right. I'm going with up. Hi, Jamie. I have a card on the way. Okay, good. All right. You both were, hi, Kathy. You both were in agreement, so we're good. All right, so I'm going to show you up. Okay, so the first design I'm going to show you is called Awash in Beauty. It's a really pretty pack of designer paper. I had a hard time getting online. Well, I'm sorry about that. Oh, hi, Mary. I don't think that I have any control over your being able to get online. I was late, I will admit that, so that may have been part of your problem, but I don't think I can control that in any way. All right, so this is Awash in Beauty, and I'm actually well, there's one design missing that I can't even show you. You'll have to look at it in the catalog or something, because I cut it all up. It's gone, but I'm using an edge from it on one of the cards. Okay, so here is Awash in Beauty. There's all these different flowers. I think these are keep freezing on my own screen. I think these again are none of them are in colors, shockingly. Let me read a second. I gotta look. Alright, Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Granny Apple Green, Mary Merlot, Mossy Meadow, Polished Pink, So Saffron. So Polished Pink isn't in color, but it's from last year. Last year's in colors. Sorry, I'm still showing this. I'm trying to find the right stuff. Okay, so this is one side. And here is the other side. And this design here is what I'm going with for my first card. I just like the simplicity of it. Maybe I should have showed that side longer. Sorry. Okay. So that's one set of designer paper called Awash in Beauty. It's really pretty. And so is the stamp set. And I actually am going to use the stamp set, but not the flowers. But I'll show you. Oops, I only grabbed a few pages. Just a second. I should show you the stamp set while you're thinking of it. Okay, so here's the stamp set for that designer paper. True Beauty. So it's from the Awash in Beauty suite. So it does have dies that go with it, but I'm not using those dies today. All right, put this back. Now this, oops, this designer paper is called Abigail Rose. Just a sec, I gotta get them lined up. Oops. All right, so oops. So here's one side. This is another one. I don't know if this is a new thing that Stampin' Up! Is doing or what, but this is another one that there's not the newest in colors in the color spectrum. I'm gonna read the back again. Basic black, crumb cake, early espresso, petal pink, smoky slate, very vanilla. Those are the colors in here. So this has all kinds of flowery, neutral colors. And then the back is more, I always have sort of a graphic looking look. I'm not using, oops, sorry, I'm not holding this very well. I was trying to show you one piece. I like this, there's this notebook piece right here. Ah, sorry, the fan's sort of not helping me do this either. Anyway, here they are. And so I'm actually using this for one of my cards. So, and I don't have the stamp set that goes with Abigail Rose, so I just have that to show you. But also I am using Happiness Abounds for my first card. So this little flower just looks like it would make a really pretty and simple card. And so that was my vision for this. So that's what I'm going to start with. So, all right, so I'm going to put you down. I need to use my magic wand. On backwards you, upside down you, and then put you down. Oops, I'm bouncing you. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I cut a little square out with these Stylish Shapes dies. These are not part of a bundle. They're just a separate set of dies that caught my eye. So I learned from last year. I think I said this last week or maybe a couple weeks ago. Don't just pay attention to the dies that are in bundles in like the front of the catalog. Go look in the back at the catalog to find there are dies that are just there all by themselves, and these are amazing. So these are stitched. Oh, I just realized there's two kinds of stitching. So they're double stitched. So the inside stitching is like dots. Can you see the dots here? I'm not sure you'll be able to see it. But the inside stitching is dots. But what's left behind, so the negative, is it the negative space? Let's see if I have I do, I have a square. So what's left behind is more like long stitches. Does that make sense? Anyway, so these are all by themselves. It's called Stylish Shapes dies. Square circles and then these flag or banner things. I love them, of course. So I cut this little piece out, and I'm going to use Memento because this stamp is photopolymer, and it's just a little tiny stamp. It fits on the A block. And I'm going to ink it up. And I don't even have a cushion, but I don't think it will be a problem. Cute. All right, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And I'm going to put my card together. So here's the designer paper I was mentioning that I was going to use. So this is from Awash in Beauty. And this is So Saffron, which oh yeah, it is in that, the colors in that set, but I don't know, it's what I had in mind for these flowers, so that's why I'm using it, not necessarily because they're, it goes with the designer paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this together while that's drying. So this is the designer paper on basic white. I wanted a really simple card. I just wanted it to be nice and clean looking. So I'll put this here. All right, hopefully this dried enough. I'm not using blend, so it should be dry enough. And I'm just doing simple coloring. I'm using my regular markers. I'm going to get some yellow on the inside here. I want the petals. This was So Saffron, by the way. The petals are Balmy Blue. It's funny, I was trying to color something last night, and I forgot how much I love the blends for the fact that they don't show the lines of coloring. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see where you colored. It just gets all blended and smooth. But with the regular markers, that's not true. These are so tiny, though, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is Pear Pizzazz. And I'm lining the stems, and coloring the leaves. It sort of looks watercolorish a little bit because I just used the brush tip end, and so it's wider than the stem of the flowers, but it just looks pretty. Okay, so I need dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. Just gonna put this right in the middle here. So I just wanted a nice looking square. Okay, and then, so again, this was from, this flower is from the Happiness Abounds, which is the Hues of Happiness Suite, the one with the rainbow designer paper that you have used a couple times, or have shown a couple times or something. All right. Then I'm going to use the Congratulations from that set also. And just putting it down here. Yay. And that's it. That's all I wanted to do. My yellow gets washed out. So there's my first card. Just wanted simple and cute. And you know that this amount of coloring is my style, you know. Okay, so the next one that I want to do, okay, so this is one of the designer papers that I'm using. I'm mixing designer papers. This is the Awash and Beauty. And this is a little edge that I had left from, this is sort of a sneak peek. One of the pieces of designer paper has this, it's 12 by 12, as you saw, has a row of like lots of flowers, lots of mixed flowers on the bottom, and then there's white space, and then there's lots of mixed flowers on the top, so like they meet each other. Anyway, so I cut off some of those, and so I have this border, and I just really liked this this design, and I didn't want to waste this. So it made me think of this. This is the what's it called again? Abigail Rose. And the color actually that is in there is it's not on there, is Petal Pink, but I'm going to use this is Blushing Bride, and I just like these two together, so I'm working with this. So I want to have this stand out a little bit, but still look simple. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do a couple different things. First thing that I'm doing is I'm just going to focus on this flower right here. And I'm using my Blushing Bride marker. And I'm just sort of, the lines that are showing on the flower, like that sort of give it detail, and that's probably where you would see deep color on the petals or whatever. I'm just sort of adding some color to it because I want it to have some dimension, some depth. So I'm just adding some color here with my marker. Again, I'm not using my blends, I'm just using regular marker. So that's good enough. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to use my ink pad and my blending brush. And I'm going to, I tried the rubbing it. I'm not sure that I like it any better. I tap off to make sure I get off any extra. And I'm just, I'm blending this flower. Now I might go into part of the next flower or whatever, but I'm sort of just trying to focus on this one main one right here, just to give it sort of a focal point. All right, so that's all that I need. So I have my flower colored. I didn't really want to color, but I wanted to add color to this. So I remembered my blending brushes. Okay, now we're going to put this together on a card. So I have basic gray. I just think it goes well with this, with these colors here. And then black. I wanted a mat around it. Okay, there's that. Then we'll put down our border piece over here. My adhesive went off the edge, so I have to wrap it. Otherwise it sticks to everything. All right. So I'm just getting I won't put it down hard, but just aiming for an even border all the way around these three sides. And then put this one on there. Yay. Okay. So here is, I still had some wrapped around it. Okay, so here's my card. Now what I want to do is, we have this new tiny little punch. It's part of a bundle, but I don't remember the bundle. I just got the punch, and it's smaller than what I pictured. This is called Best Label Punch, and it's just sort of cute. Now this I have with love, partly because it's what fit in this punch. So it's from this True Beauty stamp set. So there's with love right over here. And I'm going to ink this up. That's not very good stamping. Let's try this again. That's better. All right. And it doesn't matter, it's upside down. It's still the same thing. All right, so one dimensional can fit on here. And what I want to do, so this is very vanilla, by the way, because that's the background of this designer paper. But I do want to put it on this flower, sort of, so it stands out, because it's got the color behind it. So there's that. And then, last thing that I'm going to do is add some iridescent rhinestones. You could also use the, what's it called? Simply Elegant embellishments or something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna add these here and there on this card. I want some on the designer paper. There. That's it. That's all I'm doing. All right. So I'm gonna bring you up so that you can see it better, because the color always washes out, right? Hands everywhere. Okay. On upside down you, put you backwards again, lift you and tilt you. Oopsie. So sorry. Thank you, guys. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's better color. So here, I like that with the added marker. It makes me happy that you have, I mean, how simple was that to get that colored, right? Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Okay, so there's my first one. I forgot to cut it, but I'll probably put a vanilla piece inside. Wasn't planning to stamp it, but it will make it so that you can read inside better. Okay, so there's the first one, and here is the second one. So both of these, well, both of the colored, the pink, this, and this are backs of the Awash in Beauty, and then that rose that I colored is called Abigail Rose. So that's it. Thank you so much for sharing and for encouraging me. So I just want to remind you a couple things. First of all, I do actually still have room in our retreat. It's late registration though, so it's $75 instead of $65. It closes for good, for sure, on May 21. Whether or not we have spots left, it's closing. So you have until then. And we have a promotion going right now on our starter kit to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Now, that may sound scary, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to have classes. There's honestly no commitment, but I would love you to be on my team, and I would love you to stay on my team. But all that's required to buy a starter kit is to choose $125 worth of product. And you pay $99. And this month only through the 31st, the promotion is, thank you, Marcia. The promotion is that you get a bundle of new in color products with your kit this month. So there's all 5 of the new in color ink pads. There's an assortment of the cardstock of the in colors. The pack of 6x6 pack of designer paper. And then there's also grid paper. Like I stamp on grid paper here. That's in the new in color. So you get $66.50 of additional product. And honestly, so I figured it out. You get free shipping, so you know that's 11% now on everything. Free tax on the freebies, and then the freebies themselves. And so you actually save 59% on the amount of products that you get in your starter kit. So if you have questions and have any interest, have thought about at all signing up to be on my team, let me know. I would love to talk with you. Otherwise, there's a link that I always have on my blog, or I'll put it in the comments that you can just join. You join online, and it's just quick and easy. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. So I will be here next week, as far as I know. I don't think I have no idea what's going on with the final thing on the house. But the following week I will not be, because I will be on vacation. It's our replacement trip for our incentive trip. We're going to Maine, and I'm so excited. So next week I'll be on, but the following week I will not be on my live. So just something to keep in mind. All right, I think that's all that I have, unless anybody has any questions. I usually don't open it up for questions here. I always do that on my team thing, but for some reason it made me think of it. So thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day. And I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.